Formula One returns to France for the first time since 2008 this weekend as Liberty Media puts their mark on the championship, returning to a country steeped in F1 history rather than adding another country with no motorsport heritage to the calendar.
Okay, so that opening remark may not be entirely true, so before I get shot down, returning to France is a great thing, but yes, I am entirely aware of the plans to add a street race in Vietnam. With a history dating all the way back to 1906 and pre-war Grand Prix racing, France was part of the first official Formula One World Championship calendar in 1950 and was only missing from it once in 1955 before getting shelved after Felipe Massa took the win in 2008. Juan Manuel Fangio won in both 1950 and 1951, but that second victory caused a bit of a stir. It was common in the early days for drivers to swap cars with each other during a Grand Prix, a practice that seems like team orders on steroids, and Luigi Fagioli was ordered to switch cars with Fangio during the pit stop.
Fagioli took on Fangio's sick Alfa Romeo while Fangio went on to collect the silverware. Alberto Ascari, who had retired with a gearbox problem, made a similar move with Jose Froilán González to take second.
Reims-Gu had hosted those first two Grands Prix and would hold the event a further 9 times, with the last coming in 1966.
The French Grand Prix was one which struggled to find a proper home. 5 times held at Rouen-les-Essarts, 52, 57, 62, 64 and 68, once on the shorter Bugatti circuit at Le Mans, 67, and an on-off relationship with other venues, including 2018 venue Paul Ricard. The race finally found a home in 1991 at Magny-Cours. Other than a few relatively minor changes, Magny-Cours layout remained largely the same across the 18 Grands Prix run at the circuit, with one man finding the exciting mix of high-speed chicanes and low-speed, tight hairpins to his liking.
Michael Schumacher has strong records in Belgium, Spain, Japan and Europe, with 6 wins in each of those events.
In comparison, Lewis Hamilton has matched this total in the USA and Canada. Schumacher's record in Canada and San Marino is incredible with 7 wins, but in France, the German has 8 victories, a record for any driver at a single Grand Prix.
In 2002, Schumacher clinched the title in France, taking the honors with 6 rounds remaining in a season where he finished first or second in every Grand Prix except one, third in Malaysia, the only blot on his record book.
Of the current drivers, only 4 have raced Formula One cars in France. Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel both raced twice without victory, but veterans Fernando Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen both have a single win each to their names. Aside from Schumacher, one other driver has a special affinity with France, and specifically, Circuit Paul Ricard, Red Bull designer Adrian Newey.
In 1990, Newey arrived at the circuit knowing already that he was out of a job with the Leighton House team for the following season, but the long straights of the circuit showcased the strong aerodynamic package he had designed.
The team rarely challenged the front-runners, but the nature of Paul Ricard allowed the team to hold a 1-2 lead, but, in a fashion which is oddly similar to the current situation at Red Bull, the engines let them down.
The car of Mauricio Gelman retired while Ivan Capelli was able to drag his car home to second behind Alain Prost.